Hello, and welcome to See If It Sticks, the news that sticks. This is like the other podcast that we do, but it's got news in it.
That's right.
That's exactly how it happens.
In the vaguest sense of the word, news. In inverted commas.
Let's just put the fingers up.
I'm wiggling my fingers.
News in parentheses.
I'm Ross.
I'm Dan.
I'm Dom.
This week, the smell of poo has been cured.
Whoa. By us. Yeah, we cured it.
We cured it with the hand grenade, didn't we? The
black hole
grenade. Yeah.
Black hole grenade.
Suck all of the air out of the room.
But in a more real sense, because as it's still in R&D, it hasn't been okayed really by the FDA and all that. Not FDA. What's the people?
The EEC.
Yeah. Who's the people that allow things to be made?
The poo. The poo.
Have we invented this committee as well?
The International Poop Directive, the IPD.
Can you guess who's cured the smell of poo though?
Elon Musk.
He's probably got more money than Elon Musk.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates and his wife, Melinda.
Yes, Melinda Gates.
Yes.
Does a lot of
the
charity.
Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Yes.
Have cured the smell of poo.
How have they done that?
Apparently
They've stopped people pooing.
Yeah, it's a cork. Right? You
Just
screw
like-
to your butt.
Just
A
like
vibrating butt plug.
just like Windows removed the start button, they've removed the anus.
Start button's back in Windows 10.
Yeah, I know.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't use Windows
I
anymore.
fear
So.
downloading it. Whenever I turn on my desktop, it gives me the option.
No, I would download Windows 10. Most of the bugs have been ironed
Really,
out.
because I'm still on Windows 7, which I think is probably the best operating system I've ever used.
XP.
Since, well,
Is
do you
10
know
better
what?
than 7?
I'd put it on par with XP.
10 is not quite as good as 7 in its simplicity, but 10 works very well, much better than 8 and
9. Well, not
there
9.
was no 9.
Was there?
What was the one before 8?
What's the idea behind no
Vista.
9?
Because it was like 10.
Do you think they made a 9 and then just
No, there was
scrapped
10.
the
There's
entire
been.
thing?
I think it was the 10th. Actually, the 10th Windows.
Right. So one of them
Right.
got lost along the way somewhere.
No, one of them was called something else, like ME, I think.
It's all based on, like, what they do is they put a nan in a room, and then it's all based on how many questions they ask their grandson or granddaughter when they have to try to come to terms with the operating software.
Only
Well, in
10?
that case, Windows 8 would have been Window 5 million.
No, they
Yeah.
rounded down.
Very abnormally.
It was
Very
To the first significant figure.
No, it was actually Windows 8 to the 10 to the power of 7.
The first question in Windows 8, where's the start button?
Well, the first question of Windows 8 is, what am I looking at when my granddad had it?
It kind of, when you look at it from an outside point of view, before you even use it, you think, oh, this must be easier because it's just big squares.
It's not, though.
But it's not easier. Because then when you
Especially
want to
if
change the
you-
display settings or something,
Especially if you're
fucking hour later.
Especially if you're a super user.
A super user?
Well, do you not know the term super user?
What is that?
A super user is someone like ourselves who are sort of beyond the level of
We don't
I
need,
look it for the internet and iTunes.
we need more than just a front page.
Well,
need,
we you
yeah.
know we change settings and we know
Yeah.
a base bit of
Yeah.
how to sort of fix things.
Yeah,
with,
I know how to change a network from private to public.
No, not that sort of thing. But we can troubleshoot beyond
Yeah.
the troubleshooting wizard.
Yeah.
That sort of
Has
thing.
the troubleshooting wizard
Thank
ever
you,
helped anybody?
Google.
No, actually, it helped me the other week because I couldn't find the way to restart my Wi-Fi card in my computer.
Oh, and it does restart it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
That's one of the things it does.
That is I think the only thing that I've consistently used the troubleshooter for over the years as an easy way to, when you go on to diagnose connectivity issues, to restart the
I just
the
didn't want to go
wireless
into
card.
hardware and then like disable
Disable
it.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all that
yeah.
sort of thing.
I could, that is actually I agree.
Takes a while, doesn't
That is the easiest way to do that.
Let's see, because I've shown literally every sort of older male member in my family that is
That's
when
the
the
fastest way.
internet isn't working, when you're not getting the Googles, this is what you should do.
Yeah. But that's easier to explain to people than to go into the network.
Yeah, go into hardware,
Devices
find your
and-
network
yeah.
adapters, go to the right one, and then click it. Don't do that one because that's your LAN card.
Yeah, don't turn that off.
What's a LAN card? I don't know. Local area network. What's a local area network? Once again, 8 to the power of 2 to the nth degree.
There is a picture here of Bill Gates sniffing fake poo You know what? If he was confident enough, why is he not sniffing a real poo?
Please tell me this is Photoshop. Oh no,
No.
I thought it was actually going to be like a steaming
Him
turd.
holding a dog turd. But no, he's sniffing it through a pipe.
Lovely.
It's very
It's
scientific.
poo perfume.
Well, it says that, and then lower down it says it inhibits the brain's. It says the ingredients of the fragrance developed by inhibit. What? Doesn't make any sense. It inhibits the activation of the olfactory receptors sensitive to Maldors. Gates explains. So bad odor.
Where's he been going for that? Middle Earth.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It does, doesn't it? Just
That-
throw the
it
ring
brings
into the.
As I say, it brings a whole new reading to throwing the ring into Mount Doom. That is the solution. That's what he's doing. He's dipping people into a volcano.
In quotes here, it says, by blocking the receptors, our brains do not perceive the bad smells.
So they sort of overload the situation in the brain, so the brain stops picking it up.
But there are certain smells in the world that some people think are nice and some people think aren't nice. So
I don't think
how
anybody
does
thinks poo is nice.
Yeah,
though.
but something like petrol, for instance. I
What
love the
about-
smell of petrol.
Yeah.
What about people that are really into like scat and stuff? They must have come to terms with the smell of poo if they're going
Surely
to if they want to
the
get
smell-
Maybe it's part of the
Yeah,
whole
it's part of
fetish
it.
is the
They
smell.
don't like the smell, right?
Someone
'Cause it's like,
yeah.
but it's like paint, like like I guess I can see where you're coming from. You're saying that it's like someone getting their nipple fucking clamped or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that's not my bag, baby.
That's not your bag. Doesn't butter your parsnip. Butter no parsnips.
But some people are into that. You're saying it's like almost like a torture sort of thing. Like the poo adds to it.
The
It's like
retching. Maybe the retching clenches the vagina or something. Maybe that's the.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
it makes your
Oh, I
penis-
see. You and me.
Oh my god,
You immediately-
that was a little bit
Yeah, you know.
too in depth.
I mean, I'm
Doing
just
a hand gesture there.
I'm just interested that when I sort of like talk about it, because you have that sort of like vague image of it in your head. I always picture being pooed on, not doing the pooing. You've gone straight to doing the pooing.
Yeah, I guess in that scenario I would be doing the pooing. Yeah.
Dom? Well,
I've never-
when you it's like the don't think of a black cat, you immediately think of a black cat. When I talk about scat weekly, do you think of yourself doing the pooing or being the poo?
I imagine
the pooer?
myself under a glass table.
I imagine
masturbating
myself being pooed on. Strangely, although the analogy.
Even though you described the
said
other
But
otherwise.
you're
Hmm.
in the penetrative act.
Yeah, maybe there's a third person. Maybe there's a third person dropping the
if
poos.
that isn't the soundbite for the end of the show, I imagine myself being pooed on.
Or maybe the poo is pre-made. It's in like a bowl, and then you're having the
Here's
sex.
what I made earlier, Ross.
Yeah,
Plonk.
get it out the
Pulled it
fridge.
off. Yeah,
We have like a
but
poo fight.
Maybe it's the warmness of the poo that's part of the deal.
It's
I
got to
don't
be,
know.
innit?
Something's got to be appealing.
I
about that.
imagine the fresher the movement, the more arousal it creates.
I was always.
Do you think they prefer a firm poo or a more squishy poo?
it's got to be sticky, isn't it? Because
Yeah, but I mean, like sometimes.
Maybe there's people that prefer a looser stool. This is going really in depth.
Yeah,
Because
this is not where I was planning on going.
I
No.
always thought that the whole
Perhaps Bill
point.
Gates and his wife Melinda are into this.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to
I'm
get
not-
rid of the smell for.
I spent a lot of fucking money on it.
I kind of always assumed that the whole point of like defecating on someone, whether it's poo or whether you wee on someone, it's like I kind of thought that psychologically that has to be kind of like a
Humiliation.
like a humiliation, like a dominance
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Like whoever's doing the pooing or the weeing on someone, like it's like
You've got to be pretty dominant to be able to poo on someone, right?
yeah. I mean, I can't even wee with you stood outside the
No.
door to the cubicle. So
No. It's one of those.
Don't talk to me. You're ruining my flow.
See, this is the thing. I can understand a fair amount of fetishes like pain and all that sort of thing. I can understand that. I can even understand.
Have you seen the stilettos to the balls one?
Yeah, I can understand. I can understand that to a certain extent.
No.
What I really can't understand is like scat. I can't get it. Obviously, I'm not into it then, but maybe there's a chance I'll be into pain. Who knows? But I can sort of understand the whole pain thing and why you'd want to do it.
I don't like the pain.
I think the poo is on a whole other level of weird.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's mental
I'd love
issues,
to
right?
meet I'd love to meet someone who's into it.
If you're into it,
I'd love to meet.
but you can sign up to a website and meet the other scat fetishes.
No, I'd love to meet someone in the
your
flesh
area.
who's into it and really like explore why they're into it, so I can gain some sort of understanding.
Someone who listens must be into it, right? Can they not email us? Fling it at stingitpod.com.
Purely anonymously.
Anonymously, yeah. Don't tell us your name, and we won't
Be
we won't
like,
read out
you
your
know,
email.
Poo Lover 42 or something.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
it. And then just tell us what it's all about and what is
What is it
what's
that
the point,
gets you
really?
off
Yeah.
in the old scat department?
And is a firm poo or a more loose poo?
As I say,
better?
Ross, I think there's going to be levels with that because not everyone likes the stilettos to the balls, but some people like their nipples being clamped.
I wonder if, because I assume you guys do a piss poo pie when you go for a poo. Like it kind of, like doing a wee.
I don't stand up and turn around. No.
Doing a wee goes hand in hand with doing a poo.
Well, yeah, you can't.
Well, yeah,
go one
that's
without the other.
basic
Yeah.
biology.
So, like, do they try and hold that, or do they wee? What if you're into poo but not into wee?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
if I had to
God,
poo on
yeah.
someone, I'd wee on them as well. I wouldn't be able to do one without the other
Yeah,
unless I
Yeah.
went for a wee, held my poo in.
there's
Maybe
always
that's all part of
there's
the process.
always a little bit of wee though. Even if you've just gone for a wee, then you go for a poo. I always do a
That's
little
a good
wee.
point. I never
Maybe
really
it's a
thought of
bit
this.
like douching before anal sex. You know, it's something you do to prepare. You hold the poo in, and then it comes out in a cascade of filth. I don't know.
Oh dear Lord, this is all kind of.
We've gone down a
graphic
really dark hole here, pun intended.
now. Literally, yeah, literally a dark hole. This isn't where I was going to go with this.
Right.
I was going to go along the lines of what smells would you like to eliminate out of your life?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
What smells do you not enjoy that you would like this to
Well,
get rid of?
interestingly, if
Away
you
from poo, hopefully.
if you
Not poo.
if you eliminate smells, then you're also going to eliminate a taste to them. So, from a purely logistical point of view, I would create some way to eliminate the smell and therefore the taste of coriander,
Yeah.
because
The soapy taste.
I thought you were okay with coriander.
I'm okay with coriander,
Oh, yeah.
but Maddie, my girlfriend, is not okay with
Yeah.
coriander. And we have to sort of like, sometimes if we buy something and it's got some coriander sprinkled on top of it, we have to sort of like pick it out because otherwise it ruins the meal for her.
So for this though, whereas I would regard coriander as a nice tasting garnish, and she would say it was a horrible tasting garnish, where it blocks the receptors in the brain for bad smells,
Yeah.
would it block it or not? Would it block it because she thinks it's a bad smell,
It should
and
do.
then not block it for me because I think it's a good smell?
Yeah, I can imagine it will come in the form of like a spray or something like that. Like what is the...
Yeah, it's a perfume that blocks
Yeah.
your.
So, I mean,
receptors.
like, you know, maybe like Maddie could spray, you know, a bit like a
Like a
breath freshener or
like a
something.
throat spray or something.
Yeah. Spray it in, and then
Yeah.
for some period of time, she won't be able to smell and therefore taste coriander.
Have you ever used a throat spray before?
No.
Have you?
What do you mean?
We know those ones if you have like a really, really
Yeah,
bad throat
Streffen.
infection.
Yeah,
or
I've used it before.
Fucking hell, nearly throw up every time.
Oh,
Spray it,
Oh.
it hits the back of your throat. It's like a shot in the mouth.
I've never used the throat spray one. I've used the nasal spray one, and they are fucking awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes like fucking.
Oh.
It's just like getting it all running
Hey,
down the
old
back of
jizz.
your nose into your throat.
We were on tour and I used it. We were doing that tour with Cities.
Yeah.
Probably one of the bigger tours we did, like 9 days or so, I think. And my voice went about 4 days in.
Yes. I remember.
Yeah, my voice was not very strong. It didn't hold up. But yeah, I got some spray, like some numbing spray,
Yeah.
which is apparently the worst thing you can do. But it was my only choice
That's
at that
how
point.
you get nodules on your vocal.
Yeah, because you're just ignoring the pain, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you get the nodules.
It's all right. Hello.
I'll let you guys answer that question first, and then don't let me forget. I've got an interesting little tidbit at the end. Now that we're talking about smells.
Oh, smells. I'm trying to think, actually. I'd like to eliminate the smell of what really gets me ewy.
I've got two.
You go ahead, and I'll have a think.
And they're both, well, one of them's a bad smell all round, and the other one's a smell that some people enjoy. The smell of Lush, the shop.
Right.
That I would, because that makes me feel really unwell really quickly. That
It's very
smell.
pungent.
Yeah, I can only stay in there for about 15 minutes, and then
So
I
if
have to leave.
anyone that hasn't experienced the Lush is kind of like a bath cosmetics kind of.
They sell
It's
loads
like
of
it's like a
It's
organic, isn't it?
eco-friendly
Yeah.
cosmetics
they
and
do all the
soap shop.
bath bombs,
Gem
and
fucking love
soaps
Dukes.
and stuff.
If you're walking
Yeah.
up the high street, then there's
It's
one on
not
the high street, you'll smell it.
by themselves. The products aren't unpleasant,
But the combined,
it's just
all
the
the 100
combination,
products,
because it's
isn't
all
it?
open to the air in there.
Yeah.
It's very, very strong.
it's
Isn't
not
it?
packaged,
it's
is
like
it?
when
It's all loose.
It's like when you go to the body shop. Just
the
that
same
smell.
thing, isn't it?
The
It
smell
hits you, and
yeah.
your sort of eyes start to water a little bit.
Yeah.
And it gives me a headache for some reason.
Really?
It just gives me
Well, some people do get migraines from
Yeah.
particularly strong smells.
And I only have to walk past it to get that.
Last week when I was painting my room, I was suffering from headaches because it's like my room
the
is
smell,
sort of
yeah.
so small, and I was just dealing with paint.
Huffing that paint.
Yeah. The other one is the smell of protein shakes. Have you ever smelt those? Have you ever lived with someone who's taking
Well, I've
protein
never
shakes?
lived with anyone, but
Do you
I
mean
know.
protein shakes on the way in or the way back out?
No, just the
Well, they give you
container.
bad guffs, don't they?
If
Yeah.
you leave that container for more than a couple of hours and you open it, the smell is awful.
They're vile.
I don't think I've ever tasted one.
They don't
Protein
taste bad.
shakes
They
are
taste
fine.
quite nice.
Yeah.
You can get some really nice flavours.
You can get some
Yeah.
good ones and some bad ones. depending
Yeah,
on what you're
but
doing.
they're hit and miss, a bit like e-juices actually.
Right.
They're hit and miss, but some are really, really nice, and some are just like taste like arse.
Tell you what they need to do. They need to develop a protein shake that comes in liquid form, like Crusher milkshake.
Well, they're
Oh, well,
not-
like a syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you can mix it with milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these come as powders. I mean, they're kind of the same.
So often, not they're like Nesquik more than they are
But
Crusher.
but Nesquik, I prefer Nesquik to Crusher, but that is an unbeatable shot of flavour when you do a Crusher milkshake. Isn't
Tough enough to make milkshake.
I don't think I've ever had a Crusher.
You never had a
Really?
Crusher?
No,
Good
I was a Nesquik
Lord.
kid.
Well, we
I
had
used to-
mainly Nesquik,
I
but
used to love,
occasionally we'd get a Crusher.
banana Netflix milkshake.
Netflix.
Netflix banana Nesquik milkshake.
I think we know the name of the episode, Banana Netflix Milkshake. Because it definitely isn't going to be scat.
Your smells, Dom?
My smell. I really, really don't enjoy the smell, and this will probably be very specific to me and people that work in that sort of industry. Hydraulic oil is literally
Why
the
do you deal with
worst.
hydraulic oil?
When I used to drive diggers, do a bit of
course,
demolition,
yeah.
that sort of thing. Yeah. Hydraulic oil.
I was thinking in your current job, I was like, why is he using the
No, not my
hydraulics?
current job. Not my current job.
Shining up the second-hand game discs with hydraulic oil.
That's why they never work. No, hydraulic oil is literally the most vilest smelling
I
substance
don't
in
think
the
I've
world.
ever smelt it.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever smelt it.
No, if you ever get a
Doesn't smell
chance,
like oil.
it doesn't smell like oil.
No, because oil smells quite pleasant.
Yeah.
Oil's not too bad a smell. It's sort of like that coppery, but it's got that coppery thing of oil, but it's got this on top thing, which is just like it makes me gag every time.
Oh, when they're tarring the road, that's a smell that I can't stand.
Oh, I don't mind the smell of tarmac.
No, that is a horrible smell. The one with
Yeah,
the little fire
hydraulic.
out the top. It's got a little fire burning out the top of it.
Yeah,
That little
where
container. That. Ugh.
It's like
That's
a
another one that gives me a headache.
tar macadam kettle.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
that's the full name of tar macadam?
I didn't.
Yeah, there you go, tar macadam.
Oh.
Spelt like macadam. So it's like
Macadam.
Is it a Scottish invention?
a
was
Scottish.
it? Scottish.
Scottish.
So now that we're on the subject of smells and tastes,
Is this your tidbit?
yes, yeah.
Okay.
So next week, you during the week that you weren't here, Ross, when we had Ed on,
Mm-hmm.
so week and a half ago now.
Yeah.
We were discussing those. I'm not sure if you listened to it, but or if you
yes.
remember, Dom, that we were discussing those berries that you can eat,
Yes.
and then when you eat something
everything's
else
sweet.
afterwards, it
Yeah.
makes things taste differently.
Yeah.
Now, my brother, Aaron, listens to our podcast, and he texted me the day that the podcast came out and said, I've got some of those.
No way.
So currently they are where I've been decorating my room. All of my stuff is kind of placed in his room. But when I can get back in there, so it'll be by the time this podcast is
I'm sure they
released.
don't go off then. They're like dried fruit.
No,
aren't
I'm gonna go and have a look. By the time this podcast comes out, this will be coming out on Monday. So this evening. Oh no, you're not going to be here, are you, Ross?
they? No. Banished once again.
Okay. Well, we can wait then. So the next time you're in, I'm going to do a little bit of research and find some things, because he said that they tried it with sort of like vinegar and Guinness and things like
Yeah, I
that.
hate
And
Guinness.
cock. No,
Yeah. And poo.
Yeah, hang on, I might all of a sudden really love cock. I don't know how good these berries are.
Oh my god, we're going to be spoiled for choice when we get taken off all the Ross sound bites this week. I'm like, all of a sudden get a taste for cock.
It's a good job I'm in charge of those.
So next time you're in and we do a live stream, which won't be tonight on Monday, it'll be probably next Monday.
Yeah, we'll do it live on the camera.
We'll do a little live taste test. So I'm going to find like some things that are really supposed to be really interesting to eat or drink with them, and I'll bring them in and we can do it
Oh, that'd be fun.
live.
Live. Not since the tea experiment have we gotten so
Correct.
hands-on with something.
Correct. And I have heard recently that we should do more live experiments.
It's true.
There is still a bracket on the ceiling up there from when we did that,
Yeah.
where I mounted my
Yes.
GoPro, my old
That's
GoPro
very
up
true.
there. It's still there.
We'll get on it. So that'll be something for the listeners to look forward to.
A little tidbit.
Put it in
for
your
you.
diaries.
And also, we
See you
will be
Monday.
recording the Christmas episode very soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be very special. It's
It
not going
is.
to be like last year's fuck up.
Oh, that's good.
That is
no.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's still going
I
to be
enjoyed
about.
last year's. Sorry, but,
There's gonna, yeah, but it was. I don't think it was fun to listen to. It was fun to do. I
yeah.
don't know if it was fun
Yeah.
to listen to.
Oh.
But this year, it's still going to be a huge amount of people, but in a more controlled environment.
Yeah.
It's going to be more people, isn't it?
Dom's being very mysterious about this, and I think that is good.
Yeah. Be mysterious.
It's very
Keep on-
mysterious.
Keep them wondering.
Yeah. I know. I don't want to announce it.
No.
I
No,
think.
I
I think we should only announce it like the week before it comes out or something
Yeah.
like that, and then people can start getting hyped for it. But
I agree.
Should we make like a video teaser for it between the three of us?
Maybe we should.
yeah, I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be great.
Can we get a green screen?
Yeah.
You can use anything as a green screen, can't
Yeah.
you? Any colour.
Paint the walls green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, let's wrap this one up for this week anyway.
Yeah. Okey-dokey.
And you can as soon as you finish this, you can go and wait for our live stream to start tonight. If it's Monday still. Where you're
No,
listening.
because
won't
you're
be
not
this
going to be
Monday.
here this Monday.
Shit, next Monday. Don't wait for that long because you'll go hungry. Get in touch. Fling it at stickitpod.com, especially if you have a poo fetish. We want to hear what it's all about.
We want to do a bit of research.
Potentially,
Ross is just reading this off of his old dating profile. Get in touch, especially if you have a poo fetish.
Wait a second. That's our match.com.
potentially diagrams, maybe even photographs.
No.
No
just-
audio-visual clues.
Just
This is where the inbox fills up full of like awful Snapchats of people
Yeah.
pooing.
Yeah. Oh no.
We should totally get a Snapchat.
Once you see that, you can't unsee it, can you?
We should get a Snapchat.
I don't know what we'd snap. It would just be the same picture of us three every week.
It's like the videos. Yeah, the same fucking thing, same scene each week.
I
But
don't know. Each of us can you share a Snapchat profile across 3 phones?
Yeah.
yeah,
So various people can do various stories.
Yeah, we have it at work, so we have
Yeah.
one Snapchat profile for all of our nights. So there'll be like 3 or 4 different people accessing the same profile.
So one day it might be Ross hiking in the Glens, and then next day it might be me eating a sausage or
and
something.
it will never be me because I never use Snapchat.
No, I don't use
I
Snapchat
don't even
either,
have
but
Snapchat installed on my phone.
if we get it, I'm happy to use it. But do people still use Snapchat now? Instagram's got Snapchat.
Yeah, people still use
Instagram rips it right off.
I mean, my use of Snapchat is limited to setting up filters on Snapchat.
Mm.
But my password for my profile is stored on my laptop and has been for about a year, and I wouldn't be able to tell you what it is, so I can't log into it on my phone.
I literally go on there when I've run out of social media. If I'm having an exceptionally long poo, I've exhausted Facebook, Instagram.
Do you look at social media when you poo?
Yeah, that's when
I tend to read-
I social media.
I tend to read the news.
Yeah, I do as
I
well.
try
I
not
read
to
the
read the
news.
news. I hate that show.
I read Reddit, and I read the news.
That's often a better source of news than actual news
Well,
channels.
Reddit, yeah, I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So poo, send it to flingit@stickitpod.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and eventually when we get Snapchat, you can follow us on there. We'll keep you posted.
We might even set up a subreddit.
It's subreddit. I don't even understand how Reddit works. I'm not even going to go
I
there.
don't even think there'll be anybody on that subreddit.
No.
No.
Just us 3.
What else was I gonna
Yeah.
say?
Shouting into the darkness.
Give us a rating on iTunes, because apparently that helps towards our, people seeing us and noticing us. Apparently,
Preferably a good rating, but we're
Yeah,
no
ratings
longer
are all the
a
same,
regime here that forces people to do things against their will. So
maybe that 1 star that we got is the reason we never got featured.
could be.
No,
Findolf!
that's the one. So for this week, I've been Ross.
No, I've been lovely taste of cock.